Hi betting experts, on Saturday May the 6th we've got cracking action from ITV on Saturday. 7 races covered, 5 at Newmarket including the 2000 guineas at 440 and a couple of really hot handicaps at Goodwood and Thirsk. We start off with our betting expert daily nap in the 4 o'clock at Newmarket. This is the Palace House Stakes, a Group 3 Class 1 for 3-year-olds and upwards, a 5 furlong sprint, and I think Twilight Calls here holds outstanding claims for Henry Candy. Now Henry Candy wouldn't usually be the quickest to start on the turf. He doesn't have that many runners, tends to sort of blossom in the autumn months, I would say, generally, but he has had 2 winners from 12 runners in the last 14 days, and Twilight Calls is probably the best horse in his yard, a very strong travelling high-class sprinter on his day. I'm sure he'll be primed to make a winning reappearance. Ryan Moore's been booked since the declaration stage. He's got a career record of 3 from 12 on the turf, and as I say, the yard are in form. Drying ground at Newmarket, I'm expecting, will suit him ideally, and I think he'll travel all over these rivals and hopefully quick and clear from the furlong pole. Our betting expert value angle selection runs in the 2.15 at Newmarket. This is the Ellen Chaldean Stakes, a listed contest for fillies and mares over 6 furlongs, a Class 1 for 3-year-olds and upwards, and I think Makarova is overpriced here, as she was for most of last season. In fact, she was 66 to 1 on her final run over this course and distance at the end of a pretty tough season, running really well. I think she'll be fully fit first time out. There should be more to come from her this time around. She was kept busy last year, but I think she's thrived on her racing. Ed Walker well capable of getting one ready, and Tom Marquand has been booked, which certainly encourages confidence at a double figure price. The remaining 5 races on ITV, we'll spin through them in time order. Staying at HQ for the 250, a competitive heritage handicap, again a 6 furlong sprint, a Class 2. I think Ratia is the one who's the value here at around 14 or 16 to 1. I like Julie Camacho, she does really well with a small team of horses. This one 3 from 21 in his career so far, and I like the fact I watched these 2 runs back this morning before doing the selections. 2 Newmarket handicaps last April, both times a lot better than the bare result, not enjoying any luck in running under a rather negative ride. I think he'll be primed for this excellent prize money first time out. And the booking of a top jockey catches the eye as well, which is important at this time of year. Jason Hart, one of the best riding, 151 days off should be no issue, and I think Ratia will go really well. There'll be a strong pace to set things up for a late charge. The 305 at Goodwood, a handicap over a mile 2. Well, Aussie Banker has been running really well on the all-weather at Kempton and Lingfield in recent weeks. He's open to plenty of improvement now, switched to the turf. He's only run twice previously on turf, winning once, and that was before he got gelded. Drying ground expected at Goodwood this weekend, and I think he'll go really well. The 325 at Newmarket, the Suffolk Stakes, a heritage handicap over 1 mile 1. Cadillac comes from the informed George Bowie team. All of his horses are running really well, and I think it's very significant that Ryan Moore's been booked to ride this useful handicapper after 210 days off the track. Cadillac not always delivered what he promised off the bridle last season, but I think he's ahead of this mark if the cards do fall right. Over to Thirsk, one of their big betting races the whole year, the Hunt Cup, over a mile, and I think Northern Express here can kickstart Michael Dodds' season. Now, Michael Dodds, his runners do tend to need the run, I think it's fair to say. He's had a lot of seconds, they've been running well without winning, and I think this one should be a lot straighter for his comeback 5th, where he shaped quite nicely until getting tired inside the final furlong. He's well capable of this kind of mark, and the Thirsk mile should suit ideally. Back to Newmarket finally for the day's feature, the 440, the 2000 guineas, a Group 1 over a mile for colts and fillies, 3-year-olds, and Chaldean has long been on my radar since winning the Dewhurst last season. He's a very, very smart horse. The best of Andrew Balding's at home. He's held in the absolute highest regard. They were mortified. He got rid of Dettori in the Greenham at the stalls, jinking left and Dettori coming out the other side somehow or other. He's been to ride work since on the horse, and he's really thriving. He's a terrific advert. He's a scopy, strapping, strong galloper who'll get a positive ride, and I don't mind that at Newmarket. I think he's going to take a lot of passing here. Let's hope he gets out the stalls cleanly and shows everyone exactly what he's capable of. Best of luck on Saturday, betting experts.